Once upon a time, in the quiet town of Ravenswood, lived a young boy named Oliver. His life had been plagued with misfortune, as he had been abandoned by his birth parents and left in the care of an orphanage. But fate smiled upon him when a seemingly perfect family, the Andersons, decided to adopt him. Little did Oliver know that the veil of normalcy that shrouded the Anderson household would soon be torn apart, revealing a chilling secret. The Andersons were known to be pillars of the community, a respectable couple with an idyllic home. They appeared as loving parents, doting on Oliver with affection and care. However, beneath their charming facade, an insidious darkness lurked, hidden from the prying eyes of the townsfolk. As Oliver settled into his new life, he couldn't help but notice peculiarities that hinted at something far more sinister. Late at night, muffled whispers echoed through the hallways, awakening him from his slumber. Creeping out of his bedroom, he ventured into the dimly lit corridor, drawn toward the source of the eerie sounds. Peering through a partially open door, Oliver's blood ran cold. He witnessed Mr. Anderson meticulously cleaning a wickedly sharp knife, its gleaming blade reflecting the pale moonlight. The room itself was adorned with shelves of trophies, grotesque mementos that revealed a darker side to the Andersons' lives. Terrified, Oliver quickly retreated to his room, his heart pounding in his chest. His mind raced, trying to make sense of the ghastly scene he had stumbled upon. He couldn't dismiss the dreadful thought that his loving adoptive parents were nothing more than cold-blooded serial killers. Days turned into weeks, and Oliver's suspicions grew stronger with each passing moment. Mrs. Anderson's seemingly innocent questions about his friendships at school took on a sinister undertone. She probed relentlessly, searching for vulnerabilities to exploit. Oliver knew he had to be cautious, as the slightest misstep could seal his fate. As he delved deeper into his investigation, Oliver discovered a hidden room in the Andersons' basement, a chamber of horrors where nightmares became tangible. The walls were adorned with chilling photographs, depicting the grisly aftermath of their heinous crimes. Fear coiled around his heart, threatening to suffocate him as the realization of his predicament sank in. Desperate to escape the clutches of the Andersons, Oliver meticulously planned his departure. He had to be careful not to arouse suspicion. He fabricated a story about a school trip, claiming he needed parental consent. The Andersons, eager to maintain their facade of normalcy, unwittingly signed the permission slip, oblivious to the imminent doom that awaited them. On the day of his supposed trip, Oliver packed a bag, concealing it with a sense of urgency. With his heart pounding in his chest, he bid farewell to the Andersons, feigning excitement. Unbeknownst to them, it was a final farewell, a goodbye to the house of horrors that had entrapped him. The moment Oliver stepped foot outside the front door, he sprinted as fast as his trembling legs could carry him. The fear of being pursued consumed him, and he navigated the winding streets with a singular purpose: to reach the local police station. Breathless and disheveled, Oliver burst through the doors of the station, his eyes filled with tears, and his words tumbling out in a panicked rush. The police listened intently as the horror story unfolded, a tale of twisted love, deceit, and unimaginable cruelty. A team of officers, armed with the knowledge of the Andersons' true nature, descended upon the seemingly perfect home. They uncovered a labyrinth of evidence, meticulously documenting the horrors that took place within its walls. The Andersons' reign of terror was finally brought to an end, but the scars they had left on Oliver's soul would endure for a lifetime. Oliver, forever marked by the darkness he had faced, found solace in the arms of a new, loving family. As the days turned into years, the nightmares gradually faded, replaced by a glimmer of hope. Yet deep down, he knew that the echoes of his past would never truly leave him. The horrors he had endured had shaped him, leaving him forever vigilant, and teaching him to appreciate the light all the more, for he had seen the darkest corners of the human soul. And so, the tale of Oliver and the Andersons serves as a chilling reminder that sometimes the most terrifying monsters are those that wear the masks of ordinary human beings. Years passed, and Oliver grew into a resilient young man, determined to build a future free from the shadows of his past. He found solace in his new family, who provided the love and stability he had yearned for since his early childhood. However, the memories of the Andersons' sinister deeds lingered within Oliver's subconscious, occasionally resurfacing in his nightmares. The chilling images of their crimes haunted him, leaving an indelible mark on his psyche. Though he strived to move forward, he couldn't shake the lingering fear that darkness could be found even in the most ordinary of places. Haunted by a thirst for justice and a desire to prevent others from enduring the same horrors, Oliver dedicated himself to studying criminology and psychology. He sought to understand the twisted minds of serial killers, hoping to unravel the depths of their depravity. The scars on his soul became the driving force behind his mission. With his knowledge and determination, Oliver embarked on a journey to aid law enforcement in hunting down those who sought to conceal their malevolent intentions. He joined forces with investigators, providing insights into the minds of murderers, hoping to save lives and bring closure to the families of victims. Oliver's unique perspective, forged by his traumatic past, proved invaluable in solving cases that stumped even the most seasoned detectives. He became known as a relentless pursuer of justice, always seeking the truth behind the masks people wore. In his pursuit, Oliver encountered others who had faced similar trials, survivors with their own stories of darkness and resilience. Together, they formed a support network, sharing their experiences and providing solace to one another. United by their common past, they became a beacon of strength, determined to turn their traumas into a force for good. As the years went by, Oliver's work garnered recognition and respect. He became an advocate for victims' rights and a voice for those who had been silenced. His own story, once a tale of horror, became a source of inspiration for others, urging them to rise above their own tribulations and find the courage to rebuild their lives. Yet, Oliver never forgot the Andersons. He continued to monitor their case, ensuring that they remained behind bars, unable to harm others. Their trial became a turning point in his life, a cathartic moment where he faced his demons head-on. In the courtroom, he stood tall, testifying against them with unwavering determination, refusing to let fear overshadow his pursuit of justice. The Andersons were eventually sentenced to life imprisonment, their monstrous deeds finally laid bare for the world to see. Oliver found a semblance of closure, knowing that they would never again roam freely, preying on innocent lives. In the aftermath, Oliver dedicated himself to helping other survivors heal from their traumas. He became a counselor, offering support and guidance to those who had experienced the darkest aspects of humanity. His journey had come full circle, from victim to survivor to advocate, leaving an indelible mark on the world and inspiring countless others to find strength in the face of adversity. As the years passed, Oliver's own scars began to fade, replaced by a newfound sense of purpose and a determination to bring light to the darkest corners of society. Though the horrors of his past would never truly leave him, he channeled his pain into a force for good, ensuring that the legacy of the Andersons would be one of resilience and triumph over darkness.